Hi kindergarten, welcome back to Art with Miss B. Today you'll see I'm outside. It's a beautiful sunny day today, and that makes it the perfect day to get to do some shadow drawing. So we're gonna have 2 steps to this project. Today is step 1, now Wednesday will be step 2. All right, so what you need to go and find is you need to find some paper. If you have really big paper, that's awesome. Miss B just has little paper, so I'm gonna use lots of little papers. So make sure you have some paper. Make sure you have either a pencil or a marker. I brought 2 different kinds out with me. And then you're gonna wanna go into your kitchen and you're gonna wanna find some fun shaped items from around the kitchen. For example, have a mug. See, it's cool, it has a handle, has a cool shape to it. I found a can of water. I think that may have a fun shape to it. Found a vase for flowers and a bowl. Now remember that before you take anything out of the kitchen, you ask your parents' permission first, just in case it's breakable. And you're gonna be bringing those all outside onto your driveway or your sidewalk. If you have a flat porch, you can even do a porch or a deck. So let me show you what we're gonna get to do. Okay, so you'll see right here, I have set up my paper on the ground and I've put my mug and my can of water onto that paper. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your marker and you are going to follow the lines of those shadows to create a drawing. Now you see how the sun kind of goes away and comes back? That's okay, just leave your objects there. Okay, I got my mug. Now I'm gonna do my can of water. And now I'm gonna trace the rest of the objects I had brought out with me. What's really gonna make your shadow drawings interesting is the more that you have an object that has a curve to it, or it has like handles and things like that, those are gonna make your shadows a little bit more interesting. Now, if you don't find very many interesting shapes in your kitchen, you can even go to your toy box and you can pull out toys that you have and you can stand those up and you can trace your toys. Ones that work really well that I've seen are dinosaurs, or little action figures that stand up, or cars. All right, so go ahead and find some objects and I'll meet you guys inside because it's getting a little chilly here and we're gonna work on the second step. Okay, so I'm back inside now and I see I have my shadow drawings of my mug and the can of cup, and I have the other ones that I did over here to the side. I'm just gonna kind of let those sit and rest for a bit. Now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna outline mine again because outside it was kind of bumpy on my porch because it was made out of concrete and I want mine to have a little bit more smooth lines. So I'm just gonna go over with a different kind of marker here to make it a little bit smoother. There we go. And then once again over here for my can of water. Now, I hope that you guys were able to find some more interesting shaped objects than mine. Miss B tried to look through all of her dog's toys, but I couldn't find any that were as cool as like what you guys I'm sure have. So if you find some really cool ones, make sure you take a picture of it and you show it to Miss B on Seesaw or have your parents email it to me so I can see it. So to make mine a little bit more interesting, and you can do this with yours too, is we're gonna give them some details. Okay, so for example, my mug here, we know that a mug has a hole in the top of it so we can put hot drinks inside of it to drink out of. So Miss B is just going to draw a circle to be the opening of my coffee mug. And over here we know that like a can of water has that top part where you have to open the top and it makes it so you can drink out of the can. And that's kind of like a circle as well. And then like the metal can has a little lip here. And I know that there's the spout that you drink out of, and on top of it has the pop top. And the pop top has some designs. So I'm just looking at my object to try to find some of those designs so I can make mine look a little bit more interesting, and so that people can tell what it is that I was drawing. So I have my can of pop And I have my cup over here. If you find a can of pop or a can of juice or whatever it is that you are drawing, you can even put the label on there. So like Miss B, hers has like a circle that's supposed to represent the fruit that's inside. And then the line kind of goes through it and curves. And like this bottom part here is pink and that top part is white. So when I go to add color, I can add some of that. And inside of it here, I have a picture of a raspberry because that's the flavor. So Miss B is gonna draw her raspberries. So that's what we're looking for, all those little details. And then finally, it has the shape of like a lime. So if you cut a lime, like a slice of lime, you'll see that it kind of looks like it has these little pockets of juice because it's a raspberry lime water is what Miss B was drinking. So there's kind of the logo of my water, so you can kind of see that more. Over here, I can put inside of there some lines to show that there's liquid in there. Maybe I want to make this a legacy cup, so I can make the L and the C and the A. So these ones I'm just making up. It's not a real legacy mug, but Miss B's just making them up for fun. Just designing it. And then maybe I want there to be some lines coming up out of it to show that it's hot. All right, so what you're gonna do is you are going to add details to all of your drawings, and then on Wednesday, we're gonna get to add color to it. Okay, so what I did here is I turned that vase that I did, the shadow of the vase, to have some flowers inside of it. I took my bowl and I put some apples inside of my bowl. And then you saw this one before. This one has my legacy coffee cup and then my water. So I hope that you guys got to go outside and you got to find some fun shadow drawings to do. Make sure that you look really hard for some really interesting objects that will make some fun shadows. Add your details, and then on Wednesday, we're gonna learn how do we add color to these. All right, have a good rest of your day. Bye, kindergarten.